In a world where an international climate can mean so much more to career fields and also just a greater understanding of global cultures and global events, we have a really wonderful school here in Santa Clarita where kids can learn about Chinese culture, learn the language, and more. It's SCV Chinese School. To talk about this with me is Mr. Lee. Good morning.
Good morning.
Now, let's talk a little bit about this school. You're established in 2009. How did this come about?
Well, we thought we need to like our students to learn Chinese. Mostly they're those are Chinese families, and when we started, we realized there's a stronger demand than just that. A lot of families, local families and American families, they all want to learn this language, and they realize the importance of this culture. If your kids were in our school for a while, and he or she might understand better why the Chinese stock market is tumbling now.
Interesting. Talking about this though too, because China has become so influential over the years, especially in business and in politics and in so many other ways, and we're talking about around the world trade and things like that. Do you find that students who attend your school have a greater understanding, and what do they do in taking that with them on to higher education such as college or even the career field?
For college, it's very important. When you go to college, college normally want you to say you took some foreign languages, and one of the important languages for the future, and for now at least, is the Chinese language. We already have students learn this language and went to college and had a very great college career. For the future, you can tell a lot of companies are either working with the Chinese companies or actually some of them are working for them. And so if you know the language, if you understand the culture better, you will have a better chance of making it better in your life.
And if nothing else, also just bringing a greater understanding from a broader perspective of humanity, I would think, even just because a lot of times we don't understand people who live on the other side of the world. We kind of get in our own America bubble, right? And so having that understanding of the culture, because it's such a rich and diverse culture going back thousands of years before even our Western culture. So
Yes.
I think that's kind of fascinating. So tell me a little bit about what children can expect or students can expect when they go to sign up for your school at scvchineseschool.com, by the way.
Yes, students can learn the language as young as 5 years old. We recommend 5 years old, or too young will be a little bit too early. And you can learn all the way into high school or college or adults. We have students from 5 years old to like 50 years old, and so they come here. We study language as a way of teaching and also getting them involved in community service, in cultural exchange programs. So now they not only learn, they practice and they enjoy the culture.
Now, how did SCV Chinese School start? You say you formed in 2009. Was it as a way of bringing Chinese students together, or how did that actually get going?
Well, we started with a simple idea. Was our kids, my kids, I wanted them to learn Chinese so they don't forget Chinese. Once we started, all the other families said they want to join, and we have more and more. Then we expand our our programs with local schools. We work with charter schools, with ICVI, Albert Einstein, and the local high schools with the Hart District as well. So the program began get recognized, and also we went through a lot of academic study, and we passed the state requirement. We are also being accredited by the WASC Association, which is for all the academic programs. You have to pass that process.
And you're also a 501c nonprofit.
We are a nonprofit. Yes, we try to get our students involved with community service. And actually, I have a big program coming up for this summer, starting this Sunday. It's a free class for high school and middle school students to learn the new ICT test.
Well, that's terrific. Also, honors and AP credit classes. So it's not just where your children are learning something. This is actually applicable towards credits for high school and college, as you mentioned.
Exactly, yeah, exactly. We work with the Hart District very, very hard, and we are in our program got accepted by the program, by the high school. So if you take our classes, you can get a credit for your high school, and also you can take AP test for the college credits. We had a bunch of students this summer. They took the AP test. We don't know the results yet.
Outstanding. So that's really important. SCVChineseschool.com. Now, you're operating out of Albert Einstein Academy, correct?
That's true. We use their campus.
Now, is that the one on Kelly Johnson or up there in
Kelly Johnson, yeah. Right at Kelly Johnson.
So yeah, I just want to make sure everybody knows that. If you're going to go to that one. So scvchineseschool.com to learn more. It is a great opportunity for your child of student age of 5 and older to begin to learn a new language, learn and immerse themselves in another culture, which can broaden their horizons on so many levels, not just now, but for the future. Not only a greater understanding for career levels, but also on a personal level. Very, very exciting to talk to you, Mr. Lee. Thank you so much for stopping by. Again, scvchineseschool.com. You can call 661-505-8020 for more information. And you've got the free class this summer. You have another semester coming up?
We have semester coming up in mid-August, and registration in process. But the important thing is I want the students to know we have a free ICT training class coming up, because if you go to a private program, you spend $1,000 for something you should have already learned, you should already can do it by yourself. So we're providing as a community service to all the middle school, high school students.
For free. 505-8020. Call early, call often. scvchineseschool.com. Again, Mr. Lee, thank you so much for stopping by, and good luck and continued success.
Thank you.